well as what Garrosh can actually do.
Yeah, and what Junkrat can do. All right, Infernal Shrines is going to be Miracle's map pick. It's interesting. It's one of their best maps, but it's also the map that Supernova likes to play on because they can play around Alexstrasza. And if Alexstrasza draws bans, that gives them other advantages in draft. So, surprising pick by Miracle. Even though they're very strong on this map, you'd always think that they'd still like to avoid a map that their opponent is also strong on. When you're the team that is the favored team, a team that is more mechanically gifted, usually you want to kind of limit those potential upset maps. But they take us here. Supernova will have first pick, so they have the opportunity to draft that Alexstrasza if it's left open. And it has been first pick in not only Korea, but other regions as well on this map. It was at first a niche pick that only like June from North America was running, but now it's kind of like everybody's doing it. It's very powerful.
Okay, Hanzo says, okay, let's go around a little bit. And Miracle banned Phoenix last game because Supernova loves to play Phoenix so much, along with the Haka. So they were actually banning one of the hero, sniping, opening one up for the later picks.
Phoenix is just so powerful on Tomb 2 because of his wave clear. He's very powerful here because of his defender clears at range with his disruption mode.
Yeah, the Plasma Cutter Siege. You can do damage to wall and the turrets.
And the minions behind the wall. Okay, so Junkrat draws a ban here.
That's a respect ban really early on, which opens up a lot. So Diablo's open in this case. Even Thrall.
Let's see if they take the Alexstrasza pick over the Diablo. It's something that they really like to play around. It's very easy to counter it nowadays, though. Especially when Diablo's open on the other side. I don't know if it's the right move here. Even something like a Deckard Cain might be the better option for Alex here, because if he's going to pick it, of course, support in first rotation.
And because of those bans, whatever they take, Miracle takes the other. Okay.
And they do take that Deckard. So that way you prevent the Deckard and Diablo, which is like insane. But Diablo Phoenix, very powerful pick, I think set up here for Miracle. They have been on the Raynor train though, which is really surprising because they were moving away from that. They were countering that against Gen G. Now they're putting it in first pick themselves. It's got to be the Diablo, right? Judy go Garrosh again? No.
It's also because Supernova does not really like to play any heroes that has some percent damage. I don't think we even saw them playing Tychus. Maybe a few times last phase from Milchat. That was about it.
There's Phoenix. They will take the Garrosh. So this time they at least get to have a very heavy impact tank that's not forced to engage in the center like Johanna or Nubrock is, which I think is Haben's style, right? Because he normally plays Muradin, which is not a very engage-heavy tank at melee range. He likes to stun to set things up. Diablo is picked here, Tychus is banned here because of the Diablo pick. And what would be really meta is if Miracle actually picks Leoric themselves now to take it away from Supernova. That would be really cool. Because Leoric is also very strong against Garrosh.
Notice how Supernova banned all three ranged pokes, basically. Hammer, Junkrat, Hanzo.
Yeah, very
because they were so
Garrosh.
harassed from game number 1. That's how much focus they are willing to have in here.
Yeah, and it's all those heroes are very good at Garrosh in the long range, in the long-term fight. There's the Leoric pick I was talking about, and they'll take Thrall with it. So much protection against heavy engage. And you can disrupt a lot of what Deckard Cain is trying to do if he goes for Lornado, which with this comp so far, unless we get a Leeming pick here, it's very much looking like it is going to be the Lornado.
Leeming? I don't think Leeming should be picked here. It's
very weak on this map.
And really hard to kill Diablo when she's max soul with just Phoenix. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is very hard. So they go around, pick the percent damage, and I don't think Kirisaka played that many Marthail, just once.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be playing it in this case, actually, because I think he'll be playing the Blaze. I think Malthael will actually probably be played by No Chat in this case, with Bentham, excuse me, on the Phoenix. And it's kind of crazy. It's another one of those double melees with You know, no range damage outside of Phoenix, no mage, just slow burn damage. And Whitemane is the final pick, and it's so perfect against this style.
To keep Raynor alive, keep
Diablo alive.
Anyone.
Even. Because the damage that's coming out from Supernova is not burst. It's very slow.
It is very slow, and the CCs are also really slow. But it can chain a lot once you get rooted. And that's just enough time from, if you get rooted from the scroll, just enough time for Garrosh and Blaze to have all that CC connect. That will be the scary part.
There's so much synergy between Entomb and Diablo as well, because Entomb acts as a wall. So Diablo's charge becomes very powerful post 10, plus his Lightning Breath. And even APOC is actually good with Entomb, but we're not going to see that, despite the fact that it would make me very excited. And it will be Kirisaku on Blaze. And as predicted, No Chat will be playing the Malthael. Candy Cane Malthael. We're still a few months away from that, but you know, just getting ready for Christmas. On the other side of things, Franco will play the Raynor once again. And Sniper's Thrall, inconsistent in the past. Let's see how he does today. Looks like he's clearly trying to improve his Thrall throughout this
even
regular
against
season.
Gen G, he was having some crazy turnaround because starting from the initiating from Thundering.
Yep.
Those Thunderings, man, even got Ridge trapped all the time.
There were a few Thunderings that were less than stellar in that series as well, but we'll see how it goes this time. Lots of damage here with the Plasma Cutter. As you guys can see, AoE damage quite powerful. Judy does not have souls yet. Nitrogen's on the wrong side of this fight. He's going to eat a lot of damage. And the advantage goes to Supernova heading into lane. In fact, with the Wraithwalk already used, they almost got a pick there. Nice grasp there from Nitrogen. He needs to be careful because if Kirisaku turns, okay, they know Judy's coming. They're running away. And in fact, Kirisaku will get caught. No Chat's going to be stuck doing top lane duty for a little while here.
And they forced that. They forced that rotation by banning out Tychus. Sniper, if it's rooted, she will be gone. So we do have the early game weakness again from Sniper once again when he's on Thrall.
Yeah, and you know, Haben was hiding the brush there. I think Miracle probably expected he was going to come to the top lane to relieve some of the pressure off No Chat, but that was not the case. In fact, he was just hiding. It was a kind of a two-step process, right? Because Sniper was also heading up because he was like, oh, I bet Haben's heading up, so I'll head up too, and then we'll have this big 4v4 fight in the top lane. But Haben was one step ahead, so that was pretty clever. Supernova manages with that Phoenix pick a slight experience lead. Look at how much damage they're getting done to the bot lane. You can only see it on the mini-map. As Haben's just going to noblesse invade here a little bit, but they're going to get the bot camp as well. And wave clear is almost always completely controlled by Phoenix in the early game with a comp like this. Like, Raynor's wave clear is not bad, but it's nothing compared to what Phoenix is capable of.
Supernova's team comp, it does look pretty scary if you look at the front line. 3 Garrosh Blaze plus Martel. It can be a big threat. Once Miracle dives in with Diablo, and once they're Sundering to actually disposition them, separate them away from the DPS, Bentham cannot get close enough to actually do damage, and they need damage. Bentham is like the only one that's going to provide the burst that they need. It will actually sync with Sabo. Sabo will be doing some damage, but can they actually get the kill? I guess Last Right really has to lock in the target all the time.
Last Rites is going to be great against Diablo and against Leoric, and I think that given how Leoric and Diablo will have to play these fights, where they're going to have to be very aggressive, Nitrogen's going to have to rely on his heal, his W basically, his Drain Hope, to get into position to set up some of these entombs. Like, I think that if played correctly, Supernova has great opportunities to kill the front line first and then have Phoenix kind of carry the backline fight against Raynor, against Whitemane. Okay, look at this set. This is perfect. Look at Bentham doing so much damage here. Judy is so out of luck, man. Getting all those Whitemane heals, but this is the burst damage that is just not gonna, you can't stop all of that against multiple targets coming from Malthael. The burn damage plus the burst from Phoenix's Q. This is a one-shrine fight, and Supernova is just so good at setting up these fights on this map. It's crazy. And again, it's very surprising that Miracle would pick this map against Supernova. Because this is not a big shocker. Anyone who's been watching HGC Korea is not surprised that this is the fight that Supernova looks best in on these first 2 maps.
That was a very good opening from Heaven, I would say, because the entire team of Miracle had slower rotation down. They were not in the perfect position to actually fight, so Heaven forced them to open up, basically win the team fight because they could focus better with Miracle. They were all spread away.
Look at this. Judy's caught out again. He has to charge in, gets caught by the Groundbreaker. Now he's taking so much damage. He should be able to get out of here, but he's stunned. And there it is. That's another kill. The root there. Follow-up from Deckard. Means that Alex guarantees Supernova another kill on Judy's Diablo. And this game is very quickly moving against him. Check out the top lane, by the way. Leoric was, you know, at Hearth home to go back and deal with that, but so much damage has already been done. So Punisher plus Malthael split push means that we're in a phenomenal position for Supernova, looking to get that 10 first.
And post 7, Deckard, when that Emerald hits, not going to get that healing from Whitemane. No way. So let's see how Miracle wants to split the aggro, the damage. They don't have Blaze this time to actually go into bunker by that time. It's actually available for Supernova. They have to really burst down with post 10. But still, very big gap happening already from Supernova. They know post 10 Miracle has a lot more potential. Supernova is just taking this lead, starting with the macro early game.
Yeah. I mean, it's macro, but it's really good execution of team fights as well. Taking small advantages and then pushing them forward so well. That's the difference between a team like Supernova and I think oftentimes teams like Feliz, Gluck, and in recent times Blossom is winning a team fight or getting a single kill. What you do with that is different for every team, but at the highest level, you do what Supernova's doing. You have someone in a different lane, you are taking the camps, you are pressing your advantages, you're looking for further fights, you're pushing Miracle back, you're guaranteeing 10 first. These are the things that you have to do. Otherwise, a kill is just a kill. It's a small point of experience. If you just keep pushing in the same lane where you got the kill, you accomplish nothing. But if you split, you get 10, you just continue to control the map.
Yeah, because Supernova was really close to 10, and yeah, Miracle, they knew that this camp was going to be lost. If they fight for it, they're going to lose more. So they try to gank on Malthael just for a chance.
This is a really common strategy on this map right now, to just maintain vision for the Impalers to kill the healing well over the wall. And obviously they attacked it as well and helped burst it down. So that's really important because now Miracle doesn't have a base to operate around here in this mid lane.
Also note that not as aggressive this time as he used to be. Lots of false stat playing on often solo lane.
Franco's caught, man. They broke the wall down. That was a close call. Aben was charging for him.
About to get the CC extra done, but Cleanse is on cooldown now for Blue Beetle.
Well, top...
At least they will have 10 for the next Shrine fight.
Yeah. Top is going to be where they want to get this healing well down now after they already got mid. If they can get this down before the Shrine fight, that would be amazing, but they're just not quite able to do it. They have their own, so going to be both teams with that. We're going to see a little bit of a late rotation to this camp by Supernova, a frantic one. They can clear it very quickly with this comp, but got to be careful because Leoric has control of the Shrine first. He has Entomb, and the positional advantages that Miracle have now are so good for Sundering and Entomb. And it is going to be APOC, actually. I was saying I would love to see it. It's going to happen. Entomb plus APOC so powerful. And they don't have Phoenix on their side, so it's not as important to have that Lightning Breath.
They want a lockdown target, especially Deckard, Phoenix before the warp, even Malthael.
If you're caught in a tomb with multiple members, you cannot avoid the APOC. You will be stunned. Because you can't move, you can't get off the APOC circle.
Yeah, look at the angle where Sniper will be. He will be looking for the angle to separate the DPS from that bunker. Kirisaku, he has to be next to him. There's engage.
Okay, they're bursting down Nitrogen before he can entomb. He is dead. Last strike's going to kill him. This is what I was talking about earlier. Now we're seeing a late Aegis here after that damage comes out from the salvo. And Miracle is not winning this fight. In fact, they might lose more. Sundering used defensively. Here's the APOC charge combo. It's going to actually get them the kill onto Phoenix. Very, very nicely done. Bentham is dead, and they have to back off now. Thrall has so much sustainability. Look at Sniper. He's afraid of nothing now. The Root may end up saving them, but there's an entomb on Aben.
Nitrogen comes back alive. It makes it 45 now. They bought all that time.
Really crisp execution of the APOC charge combo there to kill Bentham. Meant no more damage, despite Alex's best attempts here to get the roots off to save everybody. Miracle turns this fight, and It was crazy. I had already written it off. I was like, Miracle needs to go mid and bot. There's no way. They have to try to soak for 13. But well played. Judy setting all that up. And that's how Thrall operates, man. If he starts to chase and he's low to medium health, he's going to be full health by the time it's over.
It was also Supernova. When they got the kill on Leoric, the moment they got the kill, they were just spamming all the skills saying, oh, we won this fight already, so let's try to get one more. But it was not as good. It was not really synergized. The Lornado really not getting too much, only Judy for a few seconds. And they were not focusing on Judy, they were focusing on the taunt heroes like the Rainer. And the White Mane actually didn't really get all the burst damage together. They end up not getting the extra kill, turns around with Miracle. Bouncing back with Leoric, of course, coming back with trade value.
He needs to be careful. This wall's about to go down, and they could easily dive him if he's alone. Everyone is rotating down now. Punisher being dealt with by Bentham.
Phoenix?
Bentham actually dies to the Punisher, in fact. Don't know how that happened, but, you know, look, everybody gets one. I don't think they could dive this yet, but Entomb and APOC are up. Nitrogen's looking for it. Look at this. Uh-oh, Nitrogen. Really nice movement away from Supernova, but just the threat of the Entomb alone means that Miracle guarantees this fort. And yeah, I don't know, Bentham, man, that happened.
Oh, there was no Protoss in the KSL finals yesterday. Only Zerg and Terran.
Was there Zerg in the finals yesterday?
Yes.
I didn't notice.
Well, he disappeared after.
Yeah, I thought it was just a Terran player walked in and got the trophy. That's what I remember anyways.
Oh, with that kill. They are actually going to have really backed up wave as well on the top. I think he wanted to maybe push a little bit after. And Bentham had a late join, so the wall's a little scratched as well. Miracle will be happy and laughing about the Phoenix kill. We weren't even there. What happened?
Yeah. It's going to be, I mean, a really big turning point in this game for Miracle, who are so significantly behind until that turn fight. Then the solo kill by the Immortal, or Punisher rather, on Bentham. Can we just like, can the next map just introduce some new terms where we just, for casters, like we all just call every objective the same thing?
Yeah, Hanamura Temple.
Can we just call them all altars? Like Towers of Doom has the coolest name, right? I'm like, yeah, the altar pushes.
The shrine, the temple.
Yeah, like they need to channel the top altar and the bot altar. They need to stand on the altar to shoot on Sky Temple.
We're going to have payload soon, maybe next year.
No, it's going to be the altar that goes down. And if you turn in enough altars, you will then get 3 altars that push down the lanes. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Tired of this Immortal mismatch with the Punisher. Look at this. This is going to be a kill. I think. Actually, Nitrogen reacted perfectly. And he just walks out casually. Oh my god. 5-man rotation totally wasted. That's going to cost you a lot of experience, Supernova. Really quick reaction by Nitrogen, though. He saw one member come out, and he was like, yeah, no, I am going all the way home. Goodbye.
Not even close.
He presses one button, man, and then everything is negated.
Z.
He pressed E twice, in fact. Double the work.
And they're engaging. They have 16.
Okay, taunt plus salvo here. This could be a really good fight for Supernova. Last right's going to be the kill, this time on the Sniper. Blue Beetle is nowhere near everybody he needs to be healing. APOC combo. I don't know if it's going to turn the fight this time. He's looking for Bentham once again. Shield is up. He gets the warp out. The Entomb is decent here. And Blue Beetle is doing everything he can to keep everybody healed up. Judy goes in again. He wants Bentham so bad. Bentham running as fast as he can, doing some damage as well.
But in the meantime, Franco's not even touched.
Look
He's
at
been doing damage for the last minute at the back line.
He's still alive over here. He does get taken out. He's just running and running and running. But yes, as you say, Nitrogen's Entomb sets up the rest of the fight. Kurisaga's the only one to live. This is a keep. And baby game, you know, I mean, I don't think they can core here, but how can Miracle recover, or sorry, how can Supernova recover from this?
They had really good Lornado to push White Mane away from the zone, but they could not really engage perfectly. It was really tough. The Entomb to lock down Phoenix barely got the kill.
Well, Judy just made Diablo look like an insanely broken hero. As he was like, yeah, I have a lot of health, I do a lot of damage, I point click to where you are, so if you would like to hurt me, I think you're going to have a bad time because I'm stronger than you, I'm faster than you. I'm making a case for more Diablo bans in this series is Judy right now.
And a team fight without Phoenix actually doing damage will be always a loss for Supernova. So they should actually back out sometimes, but here's one more engage. Onto Diablo, focusing is there.
Okay, this time, I don't know. How does Miracle recover this time? Diablo's dead. Sniper's alive this time to try to maybe set up a Sunder. Bunker is expired. Duty obviously gets the insta respawn, so it looks like they're going to try to re-engage with that while pushing mid right now. Knows that the push for mid is with Sniper, so he can come in for a flank. He's hiding right now. They're just going to let this go. Are they just going to backdoor this with Leoric? It looks like they're just trying to prep that a little bit. There's no bot for it, so what Miracle is doing right now is a little bit risky. Obviously, Nitrogen could just Hearth. But, yeah.
Forcing just one catapult won't really do too much damage. And 15-minute Punisher. They will be looking for a keep. Bunker will be coming back online very soon, along with Salvo.
Avian is caught by this Entomb, taking a lot of damage, but he will be fine. They have a lot of siege with Phoenix, and they've got a big minion wave with this. But the Immortal is burst down very quickly by the Rainer pick. Uh-oh. There's a kill already onto Sniper. He does get the big Sundering off, but it's not enough. Bentham here with the last right's going to get that second kill. And looks like this could be a game-ending push for Supernova. Miracle may have just tossed this game away. They fought so hard to regain it. It's Rainer. So, you know, there are things that he can do. I think there's limits, though, to what he's going to be able to do on his own here. The Salvo, not going to do any bonus damage. Nitrogen is nearby. They somehow need to buy time for Judy, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Nitrogen does not have much he can do but an Entomb, but he's already caught and killed. And that is going to be the core call here as Frankel tries his best to get the damage done. But Miracle going to go down here in game number 2. We have a tied series 1-1. It's ties all the time here in HGC Korea. You thought 3-0s, 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 3-0s. That era is over.
We're having the opposite now. And look at that. Moment you go, say go, throw, Emerald, -75. What am I going to do? Heal him? No.
And only 25%.
If you know that's coming, you should not be near the keep. A Sniper had those moments 2-3 times in the game. I wonder how he was actually positioning himself, what the thinking process exactly was. Because Emerald, you know that's coming on you a few times. You felt that pain. You died multiple times. And that was the end of the game because he was next to the keep.
Yeah, I think a lot of the fights went well for Supernova because they executed the last rights combo really, really well. The fights that didn't go well for them, though, were because Phoenix couldn't do damage. And you mentioned that several times, that when Judy was on top of Bentham, he was